Ignite.
Connect.
Push.
The social progress they took us to desegregate schools and whatnot doesn't matter now, because now we're losing schools. We don't even have the option of integrating them. They're being taken away, period,
Being New York and being from the South Bronx, I never feel like I don't belong. And in Chicago, I realized going from neighborhood to neighborhood, people make it very clear that you don't belong there. And so I think that pissed me off. It got me really angry. Right. And so
toxic masculinity, and it not just happening in Hollywood, but also in our government, what that means for democracy.
Many people feel like, oh, it's just hopeless. We've just kind of fallen down the mountain that we just climbed up. And that's been really difficult. And so I feel like that's when it's most important to continue to push ahead.
I've always loved volunteering, but I never really saw it as activism. However, I was connecting, and I think that those connections I made, for me, kind of got me out of my comfort zone.
Connecting with the community, having a sense of community, a sense of purpose, I think does wonders for people's well-being, right? Just being connected to other people and their struggles, and being in community and solidarity with others. So I would say that that's an important component for everybody's lives, right?
Well, nobody does anything all by themselves, unless it's, I guess you can do something destructive by yourself. But if you're looking to create a social movement, it's all about connection. We need to connect with each other in order to help each other get to a mutual goal.
it's easy to be so emotionally invested that all rational thought goes out the window. So sitting with the anger and exploring where it comes from.
Once you're comfortable on that individual level, finding an organization, finding a group of people, finding something that you can plug into so that you can make change and you can push yourself and push people together towards a better end than maybe what currently exists. And so this is an opportunity to meet other people that want to do that with you, I think, at the retreat.
Rather than changing the entire world, maybe it's important that I change myself, and by becoming more accepting and using kindness and try to meet them at where they're at. I think that's what I love about art. As an artist, I try to use art as a public health tool.
Organizations that represent a cause that's like near and dear to my heart, for example, Black Lives Matter. So I'm constantly looking up those organizations and trying to be a part of it whenever I see different events that's taking place, just showing up for those events, as well as reaching out to close friends and family and sharing my vision with other people.
And let's start training people to be powerful organizers and to run for office and to help people run. So, if there's 200 people in this retreat that participate in some way, could we find 20 who would like to run for office in, say, 2020?
Being ignited, being passionate and active means that you're calling senators, that you're going door to door, to get actual things done, to pass legislation, to enable the voiceless in your communities.
Looking at ways in which you may not have noticed it, but it was there all along. And that might require you, it definitely requires you to talk to people who have a different lived experience than you. And I don't mean just sometimes. You have to build relationships with people. You have to stretch yourself. You have to decide that if you're really angry about this and you're committed to being an activist about this particular issue, you're going to be in the ebb and flow of it for the rest of your life.
Ignite.
Connect.
Push.